In this lecture, we are going to now clean up the code in our routes.php file and then integrate our controller, routes, and the view to all work together. Alright, so let's get into the code. I'm going to first of all just grab all of this. And then inside of routing, I'm going to actually create a new PHP class here. I'm going to call this route dispatcher. And this is going to be under the namespace app. Okay, so first thing that we're going to do here is to say use auto router. Okay, so we're going to be using our auto router class here, and then we are going to initialize this class. So we're going to say public function underscore construct. It's a PHP function to initialize this class. So once this class is instantiated, this function is actually called immediately. And right here, we are going to create some properties. This will be protected match. Remember, match from the previous route file. Okay, so we're going to create a protected match property and then protected controller. This is going to be our controller class. And then protected method. All right, so in our examples that we have here, controller will refer to one of the controllers that we have here, and then this method will be one of the methods that we have inside of the controller, depending on which one is being requested. Okay, so next we are going to pass in the auto route to our constructor. So this is going to be router. And then the first thing that we want to do inside of this constructor is to say this match should be equal to router, and then we call the match method. We already saw the output of this from the previous lecture when we created our first route. So if there's a matching route, we are actually going to get the route information. If there's no matching route, that was when we actually did this page not found. All right, so we are going to just continue the same logic. Okay, so I'm going to move this down a little bit and paste in the code that we copied from the other file. So for now, we're going to get rid of all of this. And then this will be if this match. All right. So right here, we are saying if there is a match, we want to actually do something here. Remember, previously, it's just exactly the same thing that we did here. If there's a match, we did all of this, okay? And then I'm going to just do something here to show you what the result should be like. So we're going to var_dump match. Okay, so let's go over again to the home page. Right, so match as target. The next one is the parameter, and then the last one is name. So we can actually refer to each of these inside of our route dispatcher class. So the target is actually going to be the one that contains the controller and the method. But right now, because we have not defined any controller or any method, that's why this is actually empty. So what we can do now, come back again to routes.php, and then here, remember, we've left this empty all the while. Now we are going to specify app/controller/index controller, should be index controller, and then we are going to use @ and then specify the method that we want to call inside of index controller. So right here, we are specifying the full path to this class and this method. This is because we are actually using namespacing, which requires us to actually specify the absolute path to the class that we're using. So we are saying when you make a request to /, we want to actually call this controller, index controller, and then call the method show, which is inside of this controller. So let's do a reload on our page again. Right, so now you see we get app controllers, index controllers, show. So where is this coming from? This app controller. If you come back here to inside of our index controller, you can see here the namespace is app controllers. So this will match what we have specified there exactly. If not, we are going to get an error. So we have a app controllers. So another thing to take note of here is the symbol that I've used here is completely optional. You can actually use anything that you want to use. You can use a pound sign, you can use a dash, or you can use whatever that you want to use. I just choose to use the @ sign. So you take note of two things here. We have the controller and then we have the method. So now we can come back to our route dispatcher class, and then we are going to save the controller and the method into a variable. Remember here that we have the controller property and we also have the method property. So we're going to use the PHP list function. So we're going to say list. First one should be controller, and then the second one should be the method. All right, so this is going to be equal to this match, and then we are going to get the target. Okay, so let's go over again to the browser. You can see target is what we specified there, and then we want to get the controller and then the method. All right, so let's get back to our test editor again. So to get what we want from here, which is the controller and the method, we need to actually explode match target. So I'm going to call this out and say explode. And the delimiter that we want to use to explode is the @ sign that I placed there, match target. So when we explode this, we're going to get two values. We get the controller, which is going to be the first position of the array that is created from the explode function. And then we get the method, which is going to be the second element of the array that is created when we use the explode method. So to just illustrate this, let's move this over to routes.php. And then inside of here, I'm going to paste this here and then remove the this. Okay, so what we want to do now is say echo controller, and then let's just put a line break, and then we want to echo the method. Right, let's do a refresh on the browser. So now you can see that we can remove the @ sign, okay, and then break the controller and the method into two separate variables. All right, so let's go over again to our test editor and then route dispatcher. So we're going to set the property, this controller, to be equal to the controller variable that is just created from the list function. And then this method is going to be equal to the method variable. So what have we done so far? We have created a route dispatcher class, and then we pass in the auto router object, and then we actually access the router match method to get all the parameters that are being sent through the request. And then here we are checking if there is a match. So if there is a match, we want to get the controller that is being requested, and we also want to get the method by doing an explode using the @ sign as a delimiter. The @ sign is what we actually specified here. Remember I told you that this can be anything. All right, so let's come back here. Now we assign the variable that is created here by the list construct controller to the property of this class controller, and also the method variable to the method property of this class. Before we proceed, we want to be sure that the controller that we get here and the method that we get here are actually valid controller class and methods. Okay, so we are going to use a PHP function which is callable. So we're going to say if is callable, and then we are going to pass it an array. First parameter will be a new instance of this controller, new this controller, and then the method, which will be this method. So if this is a valid class and this is a valid method inside of this class, this function is going to return true. Otherwise, here we are just going to say echo the method, and then we are just going to pass in the request method, which will be this method is not defined in the controller. So we're going to say this controller. All right, so we can quickly give this a test in our routes.php, see if this works out. So we're going to paste it here. If is callable. Now this is going to be controller, and then this is going to be method. So if it is callable, we're just going to echo yes, it is callable. Otherwise, we are going to echo this method is not defined in this controller. Okay, so let's do a refresh. I would think we're going to get an error, right? So undefined class app. Okay, so this is because we are not including it. So going to grab the include statement that we used previously and just dump it in. So right here, we are going to just include the classes, and let's do a refresh here. All right, so we see, yes, it is callable. If I come here now and change the method to showing, and then let's do a refresh. See, the method showing is not defined in app controller index controller. All right, so now we know that everything is working fine. We can go back to our route dispatcher class and continue building the class. So the last thing that we actually want to do here for now is to just call user func array, and then we are going to pass it an array which is going to contain both the controller and the method. So we're going to say array. It's going to be essentially the same thing that we did here, right? So just grab that and paste it here. So now the parameters. So let me quickly illustrate this again. Let's come back here and just do a var dump on match, and then we just exit. You see here that there's a second element inside of the array. The first one is target, the second one is params. So this actually applies when you create a route that makes use of parameter. Let's say, for example, we have /products/1. So 1 here will represent a parameter. In that case, we need to actually pass the parameter to the method that is being called. In this case, it will be showing. All right. So let's get again to the code. I'm going to get rid of this, and then I'm going to return this back to show. So we first of all implement it here, and then we complete it in our dispatcher class. So I'm going to just grab this and then bring it here. Should be controller, and then this should be method. Match. Then we want to access params. All right, so if everything works correctly now, we should be able to call our index controller and display inside home page from controller class. Right, so let's get back here and see. Okay, so let's do a reload. You see here that we have inside home page from controller class. Tells me that everything works correctly. So if I get rid of this, we should only have that on the page. Inside home page from controller class. So I can now move this to a route dispatcher. It should be this much. Okay, so we can move this to a new line. So just one or two more cleanups that we need to do here. If we don't find the page, we actually want to return a view. So we're going to say view, and then this view that we want to return will be errors/404. We have not created this. We're going to create it shortly. And then finally, we need to come inside of Bootstrap init, and then create a new instance of the route dispatcher class. So we're going to say new route dispatcher, and this is going to actually take our router. Okay, so remember, we are getting the router from here. We have actually created a router here. Here we created a router, and then we called the map method. We can now remove all of this. All right, we won't be able to actually test this now. If we attempt to test this now, we're going to get errors because we have not set up auto loading for our classes, and I don't want to manually start adding the required statement for the classes that we need. All right, so if I do a refresh now, there's going to be an error on the page. We'll fix that in the next lecture. So let's come here and do a reload. Say fata uncaught error class app route dispatcher not found. So we are actually going to fix this in the next lecture. So far in this lecture, we have seen that everything is working. We have actually integrated our routes and controller and our view to